रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम.
ഗാന്ധിയുടെ പ്രൈവറ്റ് സെക്രട്ടറിയും സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യ സമര സേനാനിയുമായ ശ്രീ വി കല്യാണമാണ് ഇന്ന് എന്നോടൊപ്പമുള്ളത്. ഗാന്ധിയൻ മൂല്യങ്ങളിൽ ഉറച്ചു വിശ്വസിക്കുകയും ഗാന്ധിയുടെ ജീവിത ദർശനങ്ങൾ പിന്തുടരുകയും ചെയ്ത 96 വയസ്സിലെത്തി നിൽക്കുന്ന ശ്രീ കല്യാണത്തിൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ ഭാവി ഇന്ത്യയെക്കുറിച്ച് വിടരുന്ന സങ്കല്പങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്? ഇന്ത്യയുടെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ ഭൂമികയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്ന മതം, അഴിമതി, സ്വജനപക്ഷപാതം തുടങ്ങിയ വിഷയങ്ങളിൽ ഗാന്ധിയൻ മൂല്യങ്ങൾ അപ്രസക്തമായി പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ? ശ്രീ വി കല്യാണവുമായുള്ള ഈ സംഭാഷണത്തിൽ ഈ വിഷയങ്ങളായിരിക്കും ഞാൻ അന്വേഷിക്കുക. Sir, a very warm welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I am most glad to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Let me start this interview by reminding you about your statement that came last week, I mean a month back. You said your last wish is to bring back the British rule in India. I felt it quite paradoxical. Why? Because you entered the national movement by participating in the Quit India movement, and now you want the British to come back. Why is it so, sir?
What I meant was, we want good governance. We don't have good governance for the last 70 years. We had good governance and the British. Enforcement of law was very strict during British rule. That is not there now. There were so many evils taking place in India. Eve teasing, housebreaking, murders. We have never heard of these during British rule, not one of them. All these are new happenings after independence. There was no corruption during British rule. Not a single man was found corrupt. Now there is corruption everywhere.
Who is to be blamed for that?
Governance. They should take action against corrupt people immediately. I'll give you an instance. Immediately after independence, I was living with, after Gandhiji's death, I happened to live with the Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, in his house. This is a private conversation which I am telling you. A member of parliament came to him and asked him, "Sir, why don't you stop this corruption?" It had just started. 1 or 2 people were found corrupt. So he came and asked Nehru, "Sir, why don't you stop all this corruption?" Nehru replied, I am giving you his reply, "The honorable member should not worry about a little corruption here and there." That's what he said. Immediately, that honorable member retorted, "Sir, it's like a simple, you say it's a little corruption. A little corruption is like a little pregnancy which keeps growing." That is why I hold both Nehru and Manmohan Singh also responsible for the corruption in the country. Both were very honest men. Nehru was a very honest man. Manmohan Singh was a very honest man.
So are you saying that these two people were poor administrators?
Yes, that is why. That is the reason. They should have taken action. Enforcement of law must be strict. You see, there was no, in the Bofor's case, that man has escaped. After that, so many cases, Dharmateja, there are so many, I don't remember all that. Nearly 20 cases like that.
But sir, even today the Congress party is a party that claims the legacy of, you know, the India's freedom struggle, the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi, the legacy of all the good values.
They have forgotten. Congress has forgotten Gandhi.
You are always critical over Congress. Why?
Congress has forgotten Gandhi. In the first few elections, first 2 or 3 elections, they took advantage of Gandhi's speeches and all that. Now they don't mention Gandhi at all after the elections. During these elections, have you heard of Gandhi being told anybody? No, nobody.
But you don't have a regard for, I have often felt that you don't keep any regard for Jawaharlal Nehru. So he was
no, I have great regard, I have a great respect for him. He was a good man.
He was a person who was very close to Gandhiji, and Bapuji even said that if I am gone, he will speak my language.
Yes.
So that
What does
was
it?
how-
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Many people think he became prime minister because of Gandhi. No, it is wrong. Gandhi did not make him a prime minister. Gandhi was too big a Democrat to appoint anybody as a prime minister. What Gandhi meant was, Gandhi never expected that he would live or he would die soon. He thought the struggle will go on and Pandit Nehru will carry on that struggle after my death. That is what he meant, not that he should become prime minister.
Then who was his preference? Who was Gandhi's preference to the prime minister?
That is for the Congress party to decide. Gandhi was nowhere in the picture. Congress party should decide who wants there.
So Nehru was the nominee of Congress party,
There were many others. There were many other
but the
congressmen.
party decided Nehru.
Huh?
Party decided Nehru.
Party decided Nehru.
Yeah.
That was wrong. It has been proved by the performance of the Congress party. Had Sardar Patel been there, we would not have the Kashmir dispute today. When Kashmir was attacked, Patel told him, let me send the police force and take them. He refused. He said, no, I will go to the United Nations. It was wrong. When a thief enters your house, you don't go to the police station. You first deal with the thief and then report to the police station. You understand my point?
Yeah.
You must first tackle the invader. He invaded. Sardar Patel could have taken it. Now 70 years we have not solved the problem.
So if Patel had been the prime minister, then we would have another nation. You mean without corruption, a well-maintained, well-administered nation. Is that what you mean?
Patel's son himself was involved in some corruption cases. When he came to Delhi, he said, you don't stay in my house, you stay somewhere else.
Who told?
I am telling you, I know about it because I was staying with Sardar Patel in those days. Patel told his son, you better stay somewhere else. There are charges against you. They may blame me. I am the deputy chief minister.
But sir, my question is, had he been the prime minister,
Who?
then we would have Patel. Had Patel been the prime minister, had Patel been the choice of Congress, then we would have another nation. I mean,
Yes.
a brighter nation.
Yes,
So you actually wished Patel to be the prime minister.
Yes.
Rather than Nehru.
Yes.
So Nehru was the root cause of all this.
Yes. He was
Did
a good
Gandhi-
man. He was, but as a prime minister, he didn't do his job. Governance was poor. He didn't take action. He was talking too much, but he never took action. He said, I will hang the blackberry by the nearest branch of the tree. He didn't do it. These are his words. I am repeating.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. Many Jayanti Dharmateja and many others, they were all found corrupt. He did nothing.
Did Bapuji wish to Patel to be the prime minister?
When there was Kashmir dispute, Gandhiji one day called Patel for a discussion. And Patel told him, had I been prime minister, I would have done this. Gandhi agreed with that. He is wrong in having gone to the United Nations. You should have first tackled that. He would have liked, so many times he wished that he became a prime minister. He never expressed his wish because he was so close to Nehru, close to Motilal Nehru. They have done a lot for the country, both father and son.
So let me repeat it once again. So what you are saying is Nehru was never a natural choice for the prime ministership for Gandhi.
No, not for the prime minister's post. He wanted him to carry on the struggle for independence after his independence.
So now we are standing on the doorstep of another general election. So it's around the corner. We are waiting for the next election. So the people of India, they have now only two choices. Either they can vote for the BJP or the NTA or for Narendra Modi. Again, they have another choice, that is the Congress and other parties, which we call a secular group of parties, a bunch of parties. Where will you stand?
There is confusion in the country. Nobody is happy with what is going on in the country today. There are nearly 28, 29 states in India. Is there any state where there is no, everywhere there is no peace? There is some trouble in every state, whether you go to UP, whether you go to Maharashtra or Telangana or Telugu Desam or Tamil Nadu. Wherever you go, there is trouble. Nobody is governing the country. They are fighting among themselves. There is no governance. All are fighting for posts. In Tamil Nadu, they are fighting for posts. In other places also, they are fighting.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम.
But it has been noted, it has been said again and again that never in the history of India had there been so communal, divisive in
As today.
As today.
It is correct.
You agree with that?
Yes, yes, yes. Why are they fighting with each other? I cannot understand.
Then what is the confusion? Then the natural choice should go to the Congress. If BJP and
Congress
NDA is
has not
responsible-
ruled properly in the last 70 years. They have done nothing. They should have been thrown out long ago. It is too late. They have thrown them out only now.
Then for whom will you vote?
Eh?
For whom will
There
you
is
vote?
nobody in the country. That's why I want dictatorship. There are two people who wanted dictatorship.
You won't vote in the coming
But-
election?
Eh?
Will you vote in the coming election?
I'll vote for?
Will you vote
For whom?
for anyone? Will you vote? Will you go?
I'll
to
vote
the
for
booth?
a candidate. If he's good, I'll be, but he may not be able to do anything. There's no point in voting for anybody. There is confusion that nobody is going to rule properly.
So
There
we-
are two
so
people
you
who
will
wanted
abstain.
dictatorship
You
in
will
the
abstain.
country.
You will abstain from voting.
I may abstain for voting. There's no point.
You will abstain from
Even today, the educated people, most of them, are not voting. The trouble is, this people who are poor people, they receive money, they are voting. They are threatened, if you don't vote for him, we will kill you. They are voting. Educated people are not going to vote. I asked a judge of the High Court. He told me I never went for voting. He was so proud. He should have gone for voting. Eh? He says, I never voted in the last 6 elections. We have got such people.
But in this democratic setup, we should vote for a lesser evil people or party.
Who is the lesser evil?
Yeah.
Who
That's
is
what
there?
I am asking you.
Nobody is there. Nobody. I don't find anybody. All are corrupt.
So
I
the question is
consider
whether you
all
want
the.
to-
I consider all these MLAs and MPs, MLAs and MPs as dacoits and criminals. All of them. Subhash Bose said, or General Cariappa also. They are the two people who said there should be dictatorship in the country for 5 years. Then we should have democracy. What is the kind of democracy we are having? You are paying money and you are getting the votes. You are threatening people, they are voting for you. Good people are not going to vote. Educated people, they don't go to vote. Nearly 40% of the people don't go to vote at all. What is this?
So when after the last general elections, when Narendra Modi came to power, he talked about development. He talked about cleanliness. Yeah, Swachh Bharat.
Why didn't he talk about cleanliness about 40 years ago? I started for cleanliness on the day Gandhi died. I am still continuing it. I am still continuing it.
So Swachh Bharat was a big campaign in the country. Swachh Bharat campaign was a big one.
There
in the
is
country.
no need. Everybody should do his duty.
No.
There is no Swachh Bharat in Europe. There is no Swachh Bharat in other countries. They are all doing their duty. You can't throw things out like this. You must know cleanliness. It should come to you automatically. There is no need for such a campaign. It is necessary here because we Indians have been urinating on the streets, defecating on the
No,
streets.
do we have the feel that Swachh Bharat campaign was genuine, was original, was complete?
It has not succeeded in Madras. It is still dirty. I am doing it in front of my house. Nobody is doing it. Not one.
Then what was this Swachh Bharat campaign all about?
It's a big failure. It's a big humbug. Modi says, one day, I remember, I allotted so many crores. I don't know how much for this Swachh Bharat scheme. Where is the need? What are the sweepers employed by the corporation doing? Why need money? Not a single rupee should be given. These sweepers employed by the corporation, municipalities and all those, they do not know how to clean. They must learn from me. I know how to clean. Give it to me, I'll tell them how to clean. No need to spend a naya paisa. I don't want a salary. I wrote a letter to Gandhi, to Modi. with 35 letters which I have addressed to the Corporation of Madras for the last 40 years. Not one has been replied to.
Then let me straight away ask you one thing. How will you evaluate this Modi regime?
First thing that should be clean. I believe in cleanness first. First thing should be cleanness, honesty. Second is corruption should go. His governance, he is keeping quiet on many matters. And if anything happens, he doesn't speak immediately. So somebody else speaks for him. There are some corrupt people even in his ministry. He has not taken any action against them. He may be honest. I think he is honest. But what about others? They are not doing their work. Why should we have a ministry like this? Why should he not take some people from the Congress party also and join, make a good beginning? Why fight with them? There may be some good people there. Take them along with you.
Then if you compare this government with the previous one, that of the Congress,
Congress has done nothing in the last 70 years.
which is better?
Eh?
Modi government or
Modi
the
government
previous
has done something good in the last 4 years. That I admit. What Congress did not do in the last 70 years, some of them they have done. For instance, corruption they have stopped to a great extent.
Bapuji always had in his mind the concept of an ideal land, or he called it Rama's land or Rama's country, Rama Rajya he called.
Ramraj. For that,
And again, I am talking about this party, BJP or Narendra Modi, where they also talk about Rama. They also talk about the Rama Rajya. They are now going to erect a huge statue for Rama on the banks of Sarayu. They are talking about Rama. They are talking about rebuilding the Rama temple in that Ayodhya.
I'll tell you,
Oh.
they have spent nearly 4,000 crores to build this Sardar Patel
Yeah,
statue.
Patel, the biggest statue.
It's a great insult to Gandhi. Gandhi said, don't erect any statue of mine, don't rename roads after me, don't do all this. There are so much of work to do, use all the money for the poor people. Now, all this they are doing is wrong.
When Bapuji talked about the communal harmony, he always said Ram or Rahim ek hai. So that was his words. Now we are talking about Ayodhya issue. So that land is again going to be, it is getting more volatile when election comes.
When it may come to Hindus or to Muslims,
Yeah.
we do not.
What's your take on that?
Well, it is for the court to decide. In these matters, I do not think I can satisfy you in any way. This is a problem created by the politicians. You understand my point? It's the politicians who are fighting for that. They said build a temple. Best thing would be to convert it into something museum or to a hospital or something.
So that's your,
That is my view to solve the problem, Hindu-Muslim problem.
you want there a museum or a hospital
Or
something
hospital.
like- or
Gandhi said even Rashtrapati Bhavan should be a hospital.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said there is no necessity for the president to live in that big house. Why does he want such a big house? 2 rooms are enough for him, 2 or 3 rooms.
You were a very close associate of Bapuji. You were with him almost all the time. You accompanied him to almost all the places, and you were with him during his last time. There has been allegations against RSS. There is an RSS hand,
Ah.
RSS hand
Yes.
behind Gandhi's
Yes,
assassination.
yes.
You believe that?
I don't call all RSS men are like that. In every party there are good men and bad men. He was one of those bad men. There are many RSS people who came and told me that he has done the wrong thing. Many RSS people have come and told me.
But
He had,
no- yeah.
and
But
even
Nathura's
he,
brother Gopal,
even he, when he shot Gandhi, before that what did he say? I respect Gandhi, I have great respect for Gandhi, but what he is doing, what Gandhi is doing is not in the national interest, so I am shooting him. But I have great respect for him. That's what he said.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम.
there is a case in a Thane court against Rahul Gandhi for alleging RSS in Gandhi's assassination
Yes.
during that 2014 pre-election campaigns. So he was never ready to apologize for his statements. And he says that there is an historical evidence for that. That was why I keep on asking.
I can't blame the entire RSS party for that. For that matter, I can. They want to kill people, they want to kill Muslims, all that is there. Even in the Congress party there are people like that. So I can't blame the entire RS party. In the RS party there was a man called Godse who happened to kill Gandhi. That's all.
You said you want the Britishers to come back so
Well,
that we can have a
that
good
is what-
governance. Yeah,
when
that's
I
what
say
we are
when,
talking.
when I say Britishers to come back, I want to have good
Yeah, good
administration.
governance.
That is what I mean.
So anyway, we have to find a solution here in our country itself. So
In our country,
yeah, what is the solution? What is the way out?
a revolution cannot come. But then we should have a benevolent dictator. A dictator, a good dictator, would live like Gandhi.
Again from the Nehru family.
From anywhere. He must live in a small house. The Nehru family, they won't live in that house. They will want a big bungalow. A good dictator should live in a small house, manage all the affairs. People will love him. If you live in a big house and go about in the aeroplane and give out limousines and all that, nobody is going to bother
Is
about it.
Narendra Modi comes under that? I mean, a benevolent dictator?
He has not, he is living in a big house. Every day, his suit was costing about 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs.
Is that the only criteria of being benevolent? Is that the only criteria for being, to be simple?
You should set an example of good governance. You should set an example of good living, simple living. You want people to lead a simple life, you must lead a simple life. Unless you do it, you live in go about in limousine and you ask people to go in a bullock cart. What is this? It's not.
Then are you optimistic about our country's future?
Well, I am not happy with what is going on in the country. To tell you very frankly, I think these MLAs and MPs, they are not doing their job. They have never done any job. They are only drawing fat salaries. All Gandhi never wanted. Gandhi wanted the MLAs and MPs to draw 400. Now they are drawing 4 lakhs. Not only that, free water, free electricity, free computer, free travel, also pension. Pension starts when profession ends. Where is the profession? They are there for 2 months, 3 months, 2 years. Profession means 30 years you serve and then you get a pension. What is all this going on in the country?
Sir, when I learned about your life, I met with some strange coincidence. Like you were born on 15th August.
Yes.
And
In Shimla.
In Shimla. So that 15th August again. That and still you think that our country is not free, right?
All that I came to
And
know.
you had you are lucky enough to accompany Gandhi. You had all intimate relations with Bapuji. Can you recollect those last moments of Bapuji?
Last
Where were
moments?
You, yeah, you were with him that
I
time?
was with him.
Very close to him.
I missed the bullet, I told you, by 8 inches. Nothing happened. Like
You
every
were,
other
you were
day,
standing behind him.
No. Godse came from here and shot him. He shot him on the right side. I was on the left side.
You were
Had
standing
he
on the
come
left.
here, I would have gone.
You were standing on the left side.
I was standing on the left side. He came from here and shot him there. So nobody knew. It was suggested. The policeman came the next day.
Then what did you do then?
No, the policeman came on the day this Madan Lal Pawa, this Punjabi, on the 20th January. When he threw the bomb, it fell only on the wall. It didn't fall in the place where he was holding the meeting.
Yeah, that you said. Now
Immediately, Sardar Patel, who was the Home Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, he ordered the police to search everybody's pocket who are coming to the prayer meeting. For the prayer meeting, every day nearly 400 people came in Birla House. When this matter was conveyed to the police, a police sub-inspector came to me. He said, "Sir, these are the orders and I am going to bring 20 policemen. They will be searching everybody's pocket who want to enter Birla House for the prayer meeting." I said, "You can't do that without Gandhi's permission." I went to Gandhiji. I said, a policeman has come. He says he's going to search everybody's pocket before they come because there is wide speculation that you may be shot. They want to shoot you. They want to kill you. Gandhi said, no, I cannot admit anybody to search anybody's pocket. They can come and stand and watch people to see who is wanting to kill. But they cannot search the pocket. I said, so in the pocket they may carry a revolver and things. That I don't mind. They should only sit and watch. I told the inspector. He went and reported the matter to the Inspector General of Police. So the DIG came next. He came to me. He said, I would like to convince Gandhiji that there is a plot to kill him and we police should help in this matter. Otherwise police will get a bad name that no security was given. I said, I took him to Gandhi. He was standing. Gandhi said, what are you going to do? He said, sir, we are going to have 100 policemen here. They will search the pocket. Gandhi said, no. Even if you post 20,000 policemen here, you cannot save my life because my life is in the hands of God. These are his reply. He didn't want security. Now everybody is having security. The Englishmen did not have security when they were ruling the country. The Viceroy used to go on the road, used to wave and we used to wave.
Then when Godse shot the bullet,
Huh?
when Godse shot the bullet,
Yes.
you were standing on the left side of Bapuji.
Yes.
What did you do immediately?
I immediately rushed to Patel's house and informed Nehru. I was the first to inform them. I went around. There was a car, many people came in their cars. I took one of the cars. It belonged to Sir S.S. Bhatnagar. He knew me, that driver, because Sir S.S. Bhatnagar used to come to Gandhi quite often. So that one knew me. He said, take me to Patel's house. Patel's house was nearly half a mile only from there. He had entered the toilet after finishing a talk with Gandhi. You understand my point?
Yeah.
Gandhi wanted to discuss with him on that day, between 4 and 5, the differences between Gandhi and Nehru and Patel. There were differences. So Gandhi wanted to solve that differences. He was discussing with them. After he finished the discussion, he was going home, and Gandhi came to the prayer ground. He was shot dead. Immediately I rushed in a plane, in that car. He had gone to the toilet in his house, Patel. I conveyed the message, and Maniben came and informed him, and they all came here later on.
Then when he got the shot, what did he say? What was his last words?
People say he said, Hey Ram. I didn't hear it. He could have said, Hey Rahim also, because he was a lover of Muslims. How do you say that? I don't... many books have been written about Gandhi. They all say, said Hey Ram. It's wrong. They should say, he is reported to have said Hey Ram. How could they say that he said Hey Ram? They were not here.
Then you were close to him. You might have heard him.
I am on the left.
Oh,
Anybody can say, ah, ah. You have not finished your sentence. What did he say? Ah. I didn't hear the word Ram. He might have said, Hey Rahim also. When you shoot, you always say, ah.
He didn't say.
He fell down. How do I know? That's why I say, I never heard him say Hey Ram. That's all. If they insist on that, I will say he wanted to say Hey Rahim, he could not complete his sentence, that's all. Huh? Many people say that. Many people, the AIR man, All India Radio man, he has written to me, he never said Hey Ram. He was very near there. He is still alive in Delhi. He is nearly 80 years old.
So what's your greatest wish, sir?
I want good governance. Let anybody come. It is not necessary that India should be governed only by Indians. I never imagined that India should be governed only by Indians. It was at one time governed by Mughals. We were well off. It was one time governed by the British. We were the best governed country in the world. Let anybody come who governs well, who doesn't swindle money, who makes people happy. That I want.
Anyway, thank you very much for this rare talk. It was fantastic talking to you, sir. I wish you good health and long life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम।